that we capture all of the recordings. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so daily update for today, August 5th, 2023. It's about 5:35 p.m. Today, I was under the circumstances of my menses, just completely worn out. Um, if you are a woman and you have a menstrual cycle and you're middle age, you might understand this, but completely worn out, just, and I'm just going to be graphic with it because it is what it is, just bleeding all day long. So completely drained, absolutely drained, right? But at some point, I have to pull it together, so I'm going to try to. I'm going to endeavor to pull it together now. As far as the physical state of things, the way things are looking, a complete mess. It's worse than it was, but that's okay. We're going back to our old school of taking 10 things at a time. Some of this I'm going to do online with you guys as an encouragement to me. So the first thing is to put on a night dress so that I am appropriately covered. And then I'm going to get my task planner up because I'm going to start doing that again. Um, Little task tracker here. And that helps me stay motivated too. So if you are a person that has issues sometimes with staying motivated, these little things help. Vlogging for me helps because, again, it's accountability. Somebody sees you, somebody hears you, somebody may or may not have expectations. um, and even if they do have expectations, they may not necessarily be in your advantage, but it's okay. You know, you have your own expectations. So um, I have my task tracker pulled up, and for some reason, I don't think it recorded my last day. So I have a few different ones. I need to make sure. Yeah, I don't think it recorded my last day, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and start. Make sure, did it record any of the other stuff I had? No, it didn't, but that's okay. And I was doing like every month, I would update a new folder, but then I was running out of space so fast, so I stopped doing that. But I think I may start doing it again. So let me get back to putting on my little nightie, my nightgown, so that I will actually be covered for my, you know, my basic travels around here, which is, on site. So now we're going to put the blankets and the comforters and stuff in the wash. Hopefully I don't have to do two loads. It looks like I may have to. So I'm going to start with the comforter first because that goes on the bottom. So I hope everybody's having a good day today. Like I said, I was drained, absolutely, like literally drained all day long. See if I can get a little bit of air or something on me because I'm a little warm. I'm running out of off spray. All right. So we're starting with the comforter. And it sounds like it's about to rain again. And actually, for whatever reason, I really enjoy the rain. Sounds weird, but I do. Even when I'm caught in it, I enjoy it. Like I said the other day, I was kind of fortunate. Oh, my goodness. Um, I pull back the covers and I see something that I'm not proud of here. But anyways, off to the wash we go. And typically, I've been washing my stuff in hot, but because of the nature of what I'm washing, we're washing in cold. And the tip for me for today, that may or may not be helpful to someone else, and it's a tip that we all know, but I needed to repeat it to myself. And it's basically do what you can while you can. A lot of times we waste time. Do I feel like I wasted time today? No, because I was absolutely tired and bugs! Oh my god. Um, um, no, I don't feel like I wasted time today because I was absolutely exhausted and I absolutely needed to absolutely needed to rest. And the exhaustion, when I look at it, from the standpoint of actual accomplishments and things like that, I can be hard on myself. Well, I can't be hard on myself because I understand the nature of it. But I know that, wow, this is terrible. There are spider webs. But anyhow, we're gonna keep it moving. Keep it moving, mix moving. All right, so um, how do I feel about me being exhausted? Sometimes I'm hard on myself about it, but this time I'm not because there's a reason for it. I feel like I am working towards my goals. I feel that I am learning, and I feel that I didn't realize how much that I've been doing until my cycle came on, and then I realized that I'm almost at a complete standstill, and it's really not too much that I can do about it because it's my body. It's the physiology of it, and it's nature. I'm tired because I'm bleeding a lot, and I'm bleeding a lot because I'm a female that still has her menses, and that's what happens. I can't be hard on myself for that. You know, it's part of nature. And when you actively trying to take care of yourself and actively trying to figure out, how to continue to get things done and not only just have goals, because I've always had goals and wanted things, but, I got put at a stopping point when the legal situation happened. I mean, that's kind of stopped me because this is an unknown situation, a situation I never thought that I would have, I wasn't prepared for. I never thought I would have to endure something like that or come across something like that. But it did happen. So we're good. We did step one, which was basically put on the nighty, and was put on the nighty and to get the comforter, in the wash. Now the next step is to pick up tissues. I have tissues everywhere, and for those of you guys that know me or have been with me, that happens on occasion for usually one of two different reasons. So that is what's happening now. So I'm gonna find my grabber, and I'm so out of breath because it's so hot. Like when I'm moving around, if I'm just being still, I'm okay. But if I'm moving, it's like incredibly hot. Now I have a couple of different grabbers, so I got a couple of different options here. And I am slightly hungry. It's almost akin to fasting, but it's good. And I was thinking about this last night too. Attrition, and I spoke about this before. Attrition can be a good thing because it causes you to it causes a little bit of clarity. You're not so focused on, oh God, I gotta take this away. Gotta take the trash out too. You're not focused, perennially on eating and things like that. Because it doesn't really take a whole lot, but I think we become accustomed to eating in a way that's really, the norm of, what's acceptable for eating is actually gluttonous, and so I think, a lot of people go into intermittent fasting. I think those things are good. Um, like right now, if I had the means to, and maybe it is a little bit more productive because you're kind of, um, giving yourself whatever you want. Because like if I had the means right now, I'd probably be eating, but I'm not. Um, so yeah, it's time to take out the trash as well. That's one thing. Tissues are bulky; they take up a lot of space. And once I get that basics done, we'll see about getting to the next level here. But that's where I am right now. Once again, I hope everybody has had a good day, a productive day. If you had a day that was slowed down, even if it's slowed down, it's still productive because you did things that were, um, beneficial to you, you know, whether it's, if you have a cycle and it slows you down tremendously, and I'm thankful for well, I don't want it, I'm gonna be honest, but I'm thankful that it's not worse than it is. Some people, believe it or not, have cycles that really, really debilitate you. Like I said, I get really tired and then my hormones get crazy. But some people have it worse than that, you know. And I said that I was heavy, but some people have it where it's just like continuous and it's, you know. So I'm fortunate and I count my blessings. I do. We're almost finished picking up all the tissues. I have tissues like all over the place, and that is okay because we're gonna get it taken care of. And the good thing about like the comforter being washed, you know, not that I really sit around on it when um, I'm hungry. I am hungry. I'm gonna have to grab something to eat. But yeah. So what my goal is, I guess, for today, and this is a huge goal because as y'all know, I struggle with clutter. Clutter is something that I really, really, really struggle with because now, you know, I wash all the stuff, and I had it in a bin like in front of the laundry, but now it's I was gonna take it all out because and now it's all here. So that's I guess what I need to do next is to fold up all the things. And you know, I have the cleaner where I could clean the full time, but I really that deep cleaning thing is just not me. Because I'm not sure that I'm doing it right. I see the dirt and whatever being extracted, but I have to know that you know it's actually doing something. And it seems like even though you see the dirt extracted, it doesn't seem, in my opinion, to look any cleaner. So I don't know, you know, I don't know if it's worth it for me to do all that. But anyhow, so I'm gonna drink some water now because I'm thirsty. Like that's the other thing, I get really thirsty really easy. And I'm thinking the way I should make the comforter, I should have filled the water up and put the detergent in, and then you know put the comforter in there because I don't think the detergent's gonna get all over because it's a pretty large comforter. Okay, but anyhow, I really don't know where to start, but I'm gonna go back to my old school. I had a list. This air on me is so hot. I had a list that I used to work with. If y'all remember the clutter free, whoops. If y'all remember the clutter free workout, so I'm gonna start going back to using that. Um, and I'm disappointed because it looks like everything may have closed down or something because I didn't close that task tracker. So it looks like probably. Let me make sure that it didn't change my net as well. Usually it'll go back to yep. So it'll trick me. It'll close everything down and then it'll just bring the net up. So I think that it never shut down, and then it'll be back under managed under your organization, and then I have to go back and trick it through the registry again. So it's so weird, but it's okay. I hate that again, like I said, because you know I have stuff that I was working on, but okay, fine. Okay, the net is back to normal. Let me see if I can get my old task tracker up. No, it looks like it's gone for good. That's great. All right, so I'm gonna start with that. I'm disappointed that my other screen isn't here, but I need to not cry over it and just throw it away because I don't have room for any more clutter. So I need to just get rid of it. Also, what I'm noticing, I was browsing, you know, as I do when I different things, and I haven't used that Black app in a while. Previously, I was using it trying to support, you know, my YouTube, trying to get traffic here. But hey, thanks to that homeless guy that was doing, you know, nonprofits or whatever, he I think he's driving traffic here inadvertently somehow, because there's more traffic here than that used to be. And I haven't been on black, so that's not why it's here. But yeah, uh, any traffic is good for me. Um, and I'm still having issues because didn't put the computer all the way back together again. So it's acting weird. But I don't know. Like I said, if I can make it, like really feel like this point in my life right now is a real turning point for me. For better or for worse. Either it's gonna be good where I break free of whatever funk that my life has been in over the past couple of decades since the legal thing, or it's gonna be where it's just even worse. But we'll see. I don't know. I'm going to have the gift of life, and I know for certain, if I don't know anything else, I know that I'm definitely learning things from this experience. I'm about to eat a can of green beans now. I'm definitely learning something from this experience. Like I said, I've learned a lot more in the past couple of months than I have in probably the last couple of decades. So I'm kind of thankful for the situation. I'm also thankful for these green beans I became. And I'm thankful for my cycle in a way because it's making me take a break from everything. And it's making me kind of realize like how I really have done a lot. Because sitting here, or now I'm sitting here, but being so tired earlier today, I mean, I don't know, it said a lot to me. So let's do my rating on my top 5 things. So emotionally or mentally, I would say I'm about an 8 because, again, I understand where I am, where I'm going, what I'm trying to do. I'm not in any kind of rut. I have a clear understanding of what's going on. Socially, I give myself a 3, which is really good because, as y'all know, I was in the negatives before. I was hanging out at around -2 or 3, 0 or point 0.1 at the best. And I was counting social media, but socially, I give myself a 3, which is excellent for me. um, Physically, I give myself a 5. I would like to be exercising and stuff, but y'all know we got other things going on. Financially, financially is now in the negative. Negative. Financially, I'm in the negative. Um, we're in the negative. I'll just leave it at that. Spiritually, I'm at an 8 spiritually, so that's pretty good. So the time is 5:53. Going down to 5:53. I'm gonna put it down as meal because I'm eating my green beans. And all the time prior to that today, I just put that basically I was out of it. Like I'll put needful things, and I just put that I was on my cycle and drained. And then I had, like I said, nightmares all throughout the night. So really, that doesn't start until after the nightmares were over, which is about 4 or 5. All right, and then I'll put up here. So what would I classify that as? It's kind of a spiritual type thing. So, mm, Oh, oh my God. I don't know. Maybe I put it mental health. Um, I'll put event concerns and dreams. Let's leave it at that. Oh, but back to black. So normally, like I said, when I'm on there, it's usually just try to promote my channel, but that really didn't do anything. What does more is when you're out and about and people know you and they either want to slanderize you versus pleasurize you. I'll never forget that guy saying that. That's a long time now, but yeah. And then word gets around, people come to watch to see what's going on. So, yeah, I was only just passing time. But the, it appalls me sometimes when I find there was a young man on here. I said he was a teacher. And everybody's younger than me, so I'm not looking for anything. I'm just chatting, passing time, right? He's like 30. He said he teaches fourth and fifth grade. And I think that he was, and I understand this frustration because I've been through it. I think he's a little frustrated because he's gonna ask me where I located, ask me for my phone number, and I'm just like, I'm just in South Georgia. But you can clearly see on black, it tells you the location, like how far away the person is. And he asked me my phone number, and I was like, well, you can give me yours. And then he's like, I'm not playing games, and such and such and such. And to me, when people go into that rant, it's they're frustrated because they want something. And I was just like, well, there's no need in you. And he then gave me his number, but I was just like, it's no need in you giving me that unless you feel like it's worth it. You make a whole rant about how you're not playing games such and such and such, and then you give somebody your number. What am I gonna do with that? There's no purpose. So I said, until you find that it's worth it. And then he says, call me. Nope, not until you find if it's worth it. When you tell me, when you say you're worth it, then perhaps I'll call you. But right now, depending on what you had to say so far, the interaction is not worth it. Why would I call you? I don't call anybody anyway. Sound quiet as is kept. I'm not a phone person, unless it's about business, which that wouldn't be because they already set the tone for it to be ridiculous. So, yeah, so that was the end of that. And then they started calling me expletives. Then they said bye. I said bye. Then they came back to do more expletives. And let them know that expletives are not good here. And then I got blocked. So I'm still working on this can of beans. And then we'll try to move on to some other things. I think I might have to go foraging for more food. I might have to clean out some things. Okay, can of beans done. I think I have kidney beans in there too, but I would only eat those with rice. I wouldn't eat those by themselves. Green beans and corn and stuff like that, I can eat straight out of a can by itself, but not that. Okay, so what's next? So far, I wish it would allow me to chat with myself. I guess I can. I'll go to my own channel and chat with myself. Why not? Why not chat with myself? I think I'm worth it. Oh, but I'm glad I got that rest because menstrual cycle is no joke. Has it always been like this? No, but in my life right now, it is absolutely no joke. It puts you out for the count. When I say tired, I mean, it's no words for it. 35 hours ago. Mm-mm-mm. This is where it gets interesting. It says it changed my password 35 hours ago. And I had that documented, but being that the computer decided to shut itself down, who knows if it's documented somewhere or not. So everything, like I said, is acting so wonky. Like in the computer, I didn't put all the screws back in. And so just so you know, if you don't put all the screws back in, sometimes it does cause a bit of an issue with the mouse and stuff like that. But hopefully, so I'm trying to see if I can find my password. Okay, looks like I have it here. That is good. And however it is that I spend my day to day, you know, because I have a feeling that I'm going to be really hungry. And because I'm really hungry, um, because I'm really hungry, so I don't know. Let me see. Testing, testing. All right, just checking. It does work. Okay. So, what did we talk about? We talked about um, menses and effects on productivity, on and physiological effects. We talked about that. Let's see if we can keep going until tomorrow morning. I'm gonna see how at least till 3 or 4 in the morning because I gotta catch up on stuff now. Next. What did we also talk about? We talked about black. Oh, my ratings Then we talked about my meals. We talked about nutrition, and positive impact for balance. What else did we talk about? We also talked about okay my meal that I had today, and talked about some chores that I had to do, and we talked about system issues, importance. updated the task tracker. And I want to fold laundry, but I don't want to put it on that futon without something on top of it. I don't trust it. I do have boxes, but the laundry does need to be folded. So, in order for me to fold laundry, I would need to have somewhere to put the clean laundry once it's folded. I have storage bins. Some of them are full, some of them half full. I think that's what I'll do is I'll select a storage bin, but it's more clothes than it's able to fit in the storage bin. Now the other thing that I also did, um, the other thing that I also did in relation to trying to organize stuff was I bought like a whole bunch of a long time ago, a whole bunch of like oh, heavy duty um, construction bags, and I was gonna use it because I knew I had so many clothes to put them in. But um, so what I think I should do is like pick, one set of clothes that I'm gonna wear for outside work, right? And that actually those clothes will also be the same for inside work. So I just need to pick one outfit that I'm gonna wear, and then I need to make it like a uniform. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start folding up. I think all my polo shirts, I'm gonna leave out the polo shirts. And see, as I'm talking about this, I'm getting hungry. So so that's the dilemma. So maybe the next thing I think is just to I had a issue. I made some rice a while back, but it's like it seemed like it just went bad so fast. And I think that what I do have, um, I could try that kung pao stuff again with beef. Um, so I think I could try that. Um, but I am hungry, and that is an issue. So I think that's where I'll start because I need to have something to eat. So and that can of green beans ain't gonna do it. So that's where I'm gonna stop off. So um, So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna see if I can figure out something to have for dinner, and then I'll return. Once I feel like I need that support again. But that's where we are now. So if anybody else is going through the same, again, whew, look at that. I filled up my whole little thing. If anybody else is going through the same, please, share your experience. Stop by and support me in my experience with that, and you know, because it's good to feel like you're not alone. But again, like I said, that's what I've been canvassing for the past couple of months. Not alone, connection. But it is what it is. This service's purpose for me was just to post my steps and what I do to get it together, and that's where I am. So, anyways, peace out. Bye till next time.